and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Wild Hearts. Now, after I was sitting there just getting my butt totally whipped by the Death Stalker, it took me a while to beat him. He is for real. Um, I went ahead and did some so grinding and upgrading, and I went and I had farmed the Death Stalker. Yeah, I know the Death Stalker. I went and farmed the Death Stalker, the guy that was kicking my butt. But I went online and played with some folks. Made things a little bit easier. Um, and so um, I got some of his equipment on right now. About three of his armor pieces, and I would say it does make a difference because that when he gets enraged and he jumps in the air and comes to that slam, um, that used to one shot me. Now it does not. Um, so um, so yeah. So I also got some new weapons and everything, but maybe I share that later. But for now, let's continue on the main story. Let's go ahead and rest and see what happens. I'm just afraid that the monsters from this point on are going to be super duper hard. I went and fought that that lava back that's blue. I forgot what it's called. But that was kicking my butt too. But not as bad as, you know. What in the... Alright, there we go.
I've made some progress with my research. Come. Sorry to keep you on tenterhooks, but I finished my examination of the Rasitsu now. As I'd predicted, a paltry amount of celestial thread remains in the Deathstalker's system. Far less than I would normally expect to see. It must have been struggling to absorb thread for quite some time, which probably explains its appearance on the Spirit Isle. It was trying to satisfy its hunger.
But why there? It's hardly the easiest place to get to. Why not head for the canyon first?
Yes, we can only conclude there must be some reason why it chose the island. The question is, what reason? Perhaps it was routed by a stronger kimono, for example?
Bakana. There's no other kimono that could have threatened that thing.
Well, nevertheless, it's clear that this Rasitsu was fighting for its life, searching desperately for celestial thread, which should ordinarily be abundant in these parts. Just as humans have fought over land and resources since the dawn of time, kimono try to gain supremacy over those around them in order to survive. It's the providence of nature. Yes, most probably. The kimono have been peaceful for years, but now they're starting to push violently into new territory. An alarming trend.
So, it won't stop with the wolf and the bear? Other kimono will follow, you mean? Surely not Amaterasu, though. The bird of auspice is a different beast.
Let us revert our attention back to the Rasitsu, and the attack on it by Amaterasu at the Frozen Fort. The after effects of that conflict may already be starting to show, in disturbances in the weather or surrounding flora, for example. I hope my fears are unfounded, but Minato could conceivably be affected, so I wonder if you'd revisit the castle and look around? Consider it a hunting request, if you will.
Nandayo. We escaped mortal danger only to be told to turn around and march straight back into it? Well, sounds like we got our orders, Chief. Let's just hope we don't run into any more of those wolves.
You know what? if I'm gonna be doing that, let me, cause I don't know what we're gonna fight. So
Good evening.
just in
I'm not
case.
sure that anyone has been near the old.
Mm, that's one of the new ones I got. Nope, that's not what I want. Yes, I want this one, the poison. It's all around. It's an all around weapon. They got some good raw damage. Not as good as that water one, but um, it will, add poison to, the enemy, and I won't be coming with the wrong element for the most part. Let's do one of those ravens.
Wait, doesn't the forest look strange to you over there?
Oh, what the heck going on there?
Not two different forces fighting each other. That Kingtusk not in a place like this. Chief, I think the sensei would want examining. Can you take it down?
Who am I fighting? Who am I fighting? Am I fighting that? Alright, I just fought that a little while ago. This needs fire. Once again, forgot to eat. I gotta stop that. what I mean? He's not that tough. Ah, I'm not gonna miss this time. Y'all got in my way.
Woman.
Not tough. Oh, so did I hunt the wrong one? Now, I don't know if this quest was supposed to be King Tusk, and I just wasn't paying attention or whatever. But pause. But
I had a feeling you wouldn't take much longer dispatching that thing.
yeah,
Excellent work.
I got them both
But
killed.
look at this place. Clouds of spring blossoms here in the snowy peaks. That was an unusually powerful boar.
No, he
Must have
wasn't.
left the old blossom trail and crossed the snowy mountains to get here. And he would have to be tough to make that journey. But how could one Kingtusk be so different from another? And why is it so hot here? There shouldn't be flowers blooming in the snow like this. We should get back and report to the sensei.
Can you hear me? Either of you. If you can hear, then answer.
Natsume, dosta? Are you in trouble?
A huge kimono. Here in Minato. Express your... It's the...
Oh, it's that bird thing.
Oi, Natsume, what's going on? What huge kimono? We need to get back to town fast. I've got a very bad feeling about this.
Oh wow.
The bird of auspice? Attacking? It's just another kimono in the end. Not to be trusted. First things first, let's make sure everyone's safe. What a damned mess!
This is
No!
I don't believe this is happening.
Fujishige-san! Disaster strike! Thank the spirits you're back safe. The town is... it's too awful. But we have to tend to the wounded. Can you see what you can do? We need help. All the help we can get. ありがとうございます。The last of the fires have finally been put out. It was the bird of auspice. Amaterasu attacked us. She destroyed people's homes. Tried to kill people even. We did our best to defend ourselves, but it was so sudden. The hunters had their hands full just trying to get people to refuge. Karakuri all over Minato are in ruins. Even the spirit wheel.
The situation is dire on the seaward side of town. Every residence lies in ruin.
We were powerless to do anything. All we could do was run for cover. It was pitiful. The bird of... well, Amaterasu has flown over the town in the past. But she's never shown any sign of attacking before. We never felt that we were in any danger from her. I suppose we were reassured by that. We felt secure. But we'd been lulled into a false sense of security.
Kemono. are oblivious to the feelings of humans. Large Kemono, the Great Bear, and Amaterasu, for example, see humans like ants. A nuisance easily brushed aside. But we treat Kemono as they treat us. If they are a nuisance, we too strive to eliminate them. What in times of peace you call the bird of auspice, in times of war, you will simply call the enemy.
You're so right.
What is lost is lost. We must turn our faces from the past and gaze into the future.
But what can we... Actually, yes. You're right again. There is something I can do.
Perhaps a perusal of my wares would be as good a place to start as any. And what of you, Hunter? An essential task, I have little doubt. But perhaps not one to prioritize over an assessment of the town? Haste hurts progress, as they say. I believe your place should be here in Minato's greatest hour of need. There is so little I can do to help. How fortune smiled upon us when she led you our way.
There you are. Seen the town? It's a wreck. Homes in tatters. People wounded everywhere. Some worse than that. Damn that kimono. This is Otsuki Castle all over again. Ripped apart. Not a soul left. Cold. Dead. I was powerless even then. All I got was an eye. One measly eye of one measly wolf. Kso. I won't let history repeat itself.
I still can't believe this. We were naive. We should never have assumed it wouldn't attack us.
I don't believe this is happening.
What a miserable sight. The hunter's town, in such disarray. Were there more like you among your ranks? Perhaps this tragedy could have been prevented. But for mere mortals, the aggressor was too strong. The kimono grow ever more desperate. They tussle for territory. They clash for prey. Hunger now drives them to kill one another. And Minato is not the only casualty. Soon across all of Azuma, nature will be destroyed. Plants will wither. Lizards will howl. Mountains will crumble. Until finally rising waters will cover it all. But in you is the power to stop this. In you, there is the seed. For some, it is a duty. For others, destiny. And for you, you have the strength to hunt these gargantuan kemono. But do you have the will? What compels you to hunt now? The same noble answer still? Yet your words take on new meaning now. For the threats once vague is now very real. There is resolve in your words, unfaltering and true. Which leaves but one thing to say. You must value life. All that awaits is death. Above all, survive.
Wait, it can't be. Boy, get over here!
No! This can't be!
I don't believe this is happening.
My
That giant bird did this, surely.
We know Amaterasu was attempting to establish territory around the old castle. That resulted in the ousted Rasetsu's failed attempt at taking the Spirit Isle. Yes, we're seeing more and more kemono leaving their usual stomping grounds. And there can only be one logical cause, of course!
Of course. Maybe this is one time we should just jump to the conclusion, Sensei.
All across Azuma, and perhaps beyond, the celestial thread that sustains kemono is drying up. That explains why Amaterasu targeted the town. Celestial thread is now in abundant supply here.
Are you trying to say...
Exactly. It's trying to absorb Minato into its territory. Reviving the Karakuri on the Spirit Isle was... cavalier.
But that was done for Minato's survival. The Hime-sama, the elders, everyone agreed it was the right thing to do. Anyway, what's done is done. Now we have to eliminate this bird before it gets too damn comfortable in our town. We need your skills here. Find out where Amaterasu is now.
No. The burden's too great for a lone hunter. And besides, rather than blindly searching, waiting here would be far more practical. We can be sure it will return. It will be eager to conclude its territorial claim.
Then we have to bolster our defenses. And fast. Can we ready the Karakuri we used against the Earthbreaker? This is akin to siege warfare, though the investment is a single foe. We need to prepare and deploy carefully. I'll take command.
Goodness, Ujishige! Such motivation and not a sake cup in sight!
Who do you think I am? I was a samurai general once. Now, I've got 100 things to do. I'll leave the Karakuri with you.
Well, his military expertise will certainly be useful. But we can't ignore the overwhelming strength of our enemy. We need a secret weapon. In fact, I was just talking to Natsume about that. It's probably better if she explains herself. You should find her assessing the damage to the spirit wheel.
managed to get the wheel working again. Now it's completely mangled. What we did on the Spirit Isle was... No. It's alright. I can fix this. I've just been talking to Suzuran-sensei. Do you remember what I told you before about how there used to be another tower next to the Spirit Wheel? A second giant karakuri? From what I can tell by studying that stone tablet, it was a weapon used to repel kemono. I think we can reconstruct it. I'm making it sound easy. Obviously, we couldn't possibly build it from scratch at this stage. But if we fix the wheel and hook another old karakuri into its mechanism, we should be able to make it work like the other tower did. Or at least, that's the theory. The first stage is to have Ren-san and her crew repair the main structure. We could really do with your help too. Would you be able to gather the materials we need for the karakuri part? It's a very old device that I can't put together with things I have lying around. It's going to take some rare materials with unusual properties. As it happens with the kemono fighting each other for territory at the moment, their bodies seem to be undergoing changes. We might be able to get the sort of materials we need from these clashing kemono. But they're fiercer than ever. So please be extra careful. I don't want you to get hurt. Arigato. Then let's not waste any time.
The changes in the territory. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll just call it quits this episode, and I'll see you in the next one.